Hey everyone, I hope everyone's doing well as we enter the end times. This is another record that's sort of from my recent history. It actually just came in the mail last week, and that would be the split 7-inch between Face to Face and Horace Pinker, two of the kind of big heavy hitters of melodic punk, if you will. And I really didn't listen to a lot of melodic punk. Getting into punk in the late '90s, as might imagine. There were a lot of Epitaph and Fat Records bands that were just was not something I really felt. Whether it was No Effects or like all their clones or things like Lagwagon, I was not really feeling melodic punk or what was considered pop punk at the time. Just really didn't really do it for me. An exception to that would be maybe bands like the Lillingtons or Lookout Records style bands that were more in the maybe like the Ramones type tradition of melodic punk and not that kind of like Chain Wallet, No Effects style or whatever. But around 2013, I wanted to listen to new music, and I started exploring like melodic punk because I'd always liked melodic music, and I thought maybe I was missing out on something. And one of the bands that really did it for me when I started exploring that was Horace Pinker. I think their 2000 LP, Pop Culture Failure, is incredible. And if you followed me on social media, you've probably seen me post about it a million times. It's just like a great, really well written, extremely thoughtful, great melodies. And another Horace Pinker song that I came across, this song Letter Never Sent. And this is from 1993. And I've listened to this song about a million times. And I love it so much that this is one of those records where it's like, I'll order it on Discogs just to have it in the collection. And it came lightning fast. It's like a 32-year-old record. It's like in perfect condition. Take from that, what you will. But so I really want to talk less about this record and more kind of about that song. Something that I really like is, for want of a better term, kind of like, punk rock love songs. And as you can imagine, there's really not many, as, which maybe makes sense, I tried to make a playlist of punk love songs, and it's maybe about 10 songs and love songs, and kind of being a very generous way to describe them. Another good one would be Shattered Dreams by Crown of Thorns, right? That's a good one. But I really loved this song so much. Like musically, it just sounds so great, but I really like the lyrics. I think it's such a great, it's very nostalgic. You know what I mean? And so like when I listen to the song over and over again, I mean, it's such an incredible, it's very romantic. I was sitting on her bed far away from where we first met. Just for a minute, I thought we were 16 again. The weather felt so cold, it took us back to where we left off. 4 years disappeared the longer that this night went on. When you're 20, 4 years is a long time, and, so I listened to this song, and I just think it's such an incredible, one-of-a-kind type of song, and so I bought this record really just to have it in the collection. I think this is a great band. This is a great song. I love, when you get a record from back in the day, here's the catalog, and look at those 90s prices. You can get a 7-inch record for $3 postage paid, and it costs about $10 to mail a record alone today, just to mail it. So there's a little bit of nostalgia there as well. But I wanted to share this because I think it's a good, kind of sums up, how I think about music and like the types of music that speaks to me. There's it doesn't really matter what it is. In this case, it's like it's very romantic, but it's just like there's something that speaks to you. And I've listened to this song about 800 million times, and it's a good one. So thank you.